Hey everybody, welcome back to Writer Groupie. If you're new here, I would just like to ask that you would thumbs up this video if you like it and consider subscribing. Writer Groupie is still looking for its first 100 subscribers. YouTube gives a few perks to a channel that has 100 subscribers, and then 1,000, then 10,000, 100,000, and so forth. So we're just looking for that first 100 so that we can get our name in the URL. So if you're of a mind to do that, we would really appreciate it. Now today, on today's video, we're going to talk about my September milestones, the things that I managed to accomplish in September, and also a look at a Scribbler unboxing. I'm going to kind of conjoin a few things in this video today and maybe give us a little bit more room on the schedule for October to be a little bit more writerly. So as you can probably tell from the way I'm sitting and the fact that I am sitting, I had some very interesting things to go on in the month of September. So those September milestones are not as good as I wanted for them to be. And that's all because, well, gosh, you guys, I'm laid up. I ended up having surgery in September. It was not an emergency surgery. It was a planned surgery, but I really kind of thought that they would push it aside and delay it because of COVID. There's been so many conversations being held about how the hospitals are full and the ORs are full, and that a lot of non-emergency surgeries are being shoved. Well, that was not the case with mine, and so it really did affect my September milestones. But we're going to get in that in just a sec. Now, I know that some of y'all are not big planner people. You're not into doing planners and the organizational type of things to keep your life, on task. I didn't used to be either, but this year I started using planners to keep things, kind of organized and on an even keel. And I'm telling you, this last month, I was so grateful to have my planners so that I could keep track of what was going on, not only in my personal life, but also in my business life, as a writer and a content creator. So if you haven't begun the planner life, I really, really highly recommend that you try it because it's working so well for me. I want to recommend it for others. Okay, so let's look at September and my milestones. I believe that this will pretty much answer all the questions about what went on. My promos this month were a little crappy. I did not have an opportunity to do as many promotions on things as I wanted to. One whole week in September, I was in the Mid-South region. I was away from home. I went to visit family to see my granddaughter and to take care of her, to help out my son and daughter-in-law for a whole week. And that kind of started the slowdown and the brakes being placed on my milestone accomplishments, as it were. But let me just say that, I wouldn't trade that for anything. That time away with my granddaughter and being there and doing things with her was worth every second, and I wouldn't change any of that for any reason, and I'm just so grateful to have had that opportunity. But on the heels of that, I had surgery, as I mentioned before, and that surgery was way bigger than I anticipated, and it has really, really put a cramp on my style, as they say. It killed an awful lot of my drive to get writing done and promos and just everything, really. It's just really hard when you're recovering from a surgery that's got you laid up to really feel kind of even influenced even slightly to do anything aside from healing. And so that's kind of where I've been. But I will say that from the end of August to the end of September, I did sell 3 books. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot to y'all. There's probably people out there who sold a whole lot more than that. And to you, I say, great. Congratulations. But for me and the month that I've had, being away from home and having to recover from surgery, selling 3 books was just a major milestone for me, and I was really grateful to have done so. And if you haven't tried any of my books yet, just know that you can go to amazon.com/author/Kim Smith, and you can find my Amazon page, and you are so welcome and encouraged to go out and look at any of my books. I would just be so happy and grateful if you got any of them. Now, so far as other milestones that I accomplished over this month, I will say that I worked on book 4 in the Mount Moriah series. You know, it's so hard sometimes to be positive when we get some traction on our work. It's so hard to say, wow, well, I did this and I did that, and be positive about it when it didn't turn out to be what you really, really wanted to do. But I'm trying to be positive. I did get 500 words written most days, not every day, certainly. And while I was gone, not even every day that week. But I did get some writing done, and I have gotten some writing done this entire month. So I'm calling it a positive. I'm calling it a milestone, because with all the things that's gone on this month, I did get some writing done, and that's very important. I also formatted book 3 for publication. Book 3 is going to be the Christmas book. And if you haven't seen or heard about a Mount Moriah Christmas yet, please be sure and stay tuned to the end of this video, because I will be flashing up the cover art. Speaking of cover art, I chose covers for book 3, and I did a recover on the entire Mount Moriah series. All of the book covers that are on Amazon now are brand spanking new. I don't know if you knew. If you didn't, I'll just tell you that I had gotten some good advice for the book series, that it was looking more and more like a kind of a sexy, steamy, romantic series based on the covers, and they are not sexy, steamy romances. They are women's fiction with romantic element. They're very sweet. And so I decided to go out and recover while we were only 3 books deep. It was a lot easier to do than waiting until we were 4 or 5 or 6 books in. I don't even know how many books are going to be in this series, you guys, but I'm hoping that it's going to be sizable. As long as the ideas and the characters keep coming, I'm going to keep writing. Now, just a real fun thing to tell you about over this last month, I participated in a little event on Twitter called Pitch Wars. And if you don't know what that is, go out and Google it. It may be something you're interested in doing. And it was a big deal to me. And it was just really kind of fun. And I enjoyed it a great deal. The only problem was it happened the same day that Hurricane Ida hit New York. And there was so much flooding and so much trauma and drama around that hurricane hitting New York. I really believe that is why more agents and editors and the people in the industry did not participate. I did not get a whole lot of interest. And I don't think that it had to do with my pitches as much as it had to do with the hurricane hitting New York and the problems that it created. So I definitely am going to try again in December. So December 2nd is the next Pitch Wars date. And if you want to go out and Google Pitch Wars, you'll find out a whole lot more about that. And a few other little things that I managed to accomplish. I did get to go to 2 critique group meetings, and I have critique group meetings that I can go to pretty much every week, but I only got to go to 2 because I also had doctor appointments, lab work, and surgery. But you know what? That's enough to crow about, because it's just difficult when you're a full-time writer to take time away from what you're doing to go out and spend hours with other writers, discussing the writing craft and printing off the work that they provide for you to critique and submitting a critique of your own. It's time consuming, you guys. It really is, but it's so gratifying and so fun, and I really love to do it, and I wish I had had more opportunity to do more last month, but as I have said, you know why. So I guess that's just about it for my September milestones. As I said, they're just not as much as I wanted. They're not, I just didn't accomplish the great numbers of things that I wanted to do. I did sell 3 books. I did make a couple of critique meetings. I did get some writing done. I did a few things, but not nearly as much as I wanted to. But that's okay, because that's what next month is all about. And as I said before, October the 1st, well, actually, if you wanted to look at it in a week-long instance, we're in Q4 now. September 27th was the beginning of Q4. And so if you haven't accomplished the goals that you set out for the year, you still have another quarter to go. There's 90 days ahead. Get busy. Okay, so here we go. Scribbler unboxing time. Welcome, Scribbler lovers. Okay, here we go with the Scribbler unboxing for, I don't even remember. I guess this is September? No, this is October. This is for October. We're going to cram September's Milestones and October's Scribbler unboxing into one. And here we go. This says, what inspired you to start writing your book? Jot down your response below. Our favorite submission will receive a bonus gift. Entries close October 15th. So this is the Scribbler writing contest for the month. Want to know what inspired me to write my book. Well, I don't know what book they're talking about. I got several, but we'll think about that. Also, we have a little snack from the Good Crisp Company called the Sour Cream and Onion Potato Crisps. So this is some kind of a little crunchy potato crisp snack. Can't wait to try that. Also, we are looking at a utility cup. It's magnetic and it has a gold finish. And this would be fabulous to keep pens and Post-its and those kinds of things in. I can't wait to get this on my desk. How fabulous is that? Next, we have some more of these things. I love these things. Whee! Next, we have stickers. It's Scribbler stickers. They're vinyl stickers, and there's a candle and a cup and a typewriter and a skull. This is very Halloweenish. This is definitely for Halloween. Hope you can see that. Aren't they cute? Definitely going to be using those. As I was saying before about the planners, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with planners, you guys. This month's booklet is called Finding Your Story. Writing Passport, Finding Your Story. And on the back it says, don't wait for inspiration, find it. And you guys, that is good advice for me. That may be my quote for October. We'll see. And this month it says, the inside look looks to be Christina Morato. Christina Morato, it's going to be our author for the month. And it looks like the exclusive live chat will be with translator Andrea Rosenberg. Andrea Rosenberg is a Spanish and Portuguese translator. Her full-length translations include novels and graphic narratives. Very interesting. I have an opportunity to go and chat and meet Andrea Rosenberg. Here is my book plate, and here is the book. Divine Lolita, A True Story of Scandal and Celebrity by Christina Morato, translated by Andrea Rosenberg. So this is the book, and it is a big book, you guys. It's a big, meaty, beefy book. I'm really excited to be able to read it. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a true story of one of the 19th century's greatest celebrities. Lola Montez was one of the most celebrated and notorious women of the 19th century. A raven-haired Andalusian who performed her scandalous spider dance in the greatest performance halls across Europe, she dazzled and beguiled all who met her with her astonishing beauty, sexuality, and shocking disregard for propriety. But Lola was an imposter, a self-invention. Born Eliza Gilbert, the beautiful Irish wild child escaped a stifling marriage and reimagined herself as Lola, the civilian flamenco dancer and noblewoman, choosing a life of adventure, fame, sex, and scandal rather than submitting to the strictures of her area. And that, you guys, is what I'm going to be reading. Woot woot! I'm looking forward to this month. This is going to be a really good book. And I'm going to put my book plate in the beginning of it, in the front of it. And last but not least, we have a little poster called Kill Your Darlings, R.I.P. Rest in peace. And if you haven't heard what kill your darlings means, you need to go out and Google that. That's a very, very industry standard term. It means that there's always going to be something in your writing that you just love and cannot do without. And you think it is just probably the most wonderful, greatest writing scene or character or dialogue or whatever that's ever been done. But to be honest, it's probably not. And that's where Kill Your Darlings comes in. All writing instructors will tell you, if you think it's the greatest thing that was ever written, you probably need to put an end to its life. On the back of our little poster, it's a ghost coming out of a keyboard. How fun is that? And you guys, that's going to end it for me today. No more Scribbler boxing or unboxing for September and October. This is it. And I'm so grateful for you to have been here. I'm so grateful that I was able to be here to do this for you, because it's been a traumatic September, and I'm looking forward to moving forward into the rest of the year and the great things that are going to come. Don't forget, book 3 in the Mount Moriah series, A Mount Moriah Christmas, releases on on October 13th. And it's going to be the Christmas book. So that book will carry you through the end of the year, when we're going to come out with book 4 in January. Start a whole new year with a whole new book in the series. I've got great things planned. I'm probably going to do a box set of the first 3 books at some point. The recover project is done. I'm fixing to flash up the covers for you to see the new covers. Please, please, please go out and find these books and enjoy them. It's a delightful series. I'm really, really loving writing it for you. If you haven't, please like and subscribe the video. We want you to be a subscriber here at Writer Groupie. Until next time, you guys, I hope you have a lovely, lovely new quarter.